All right, welcome back to another episode of Subpar with Colt, Knost, and Drew Stoltz. The Florida swing has started, and what a wild finish we had at the Cognizant Classic. If you just happen to look at the leaderboard, you might think Nico Echeverria just cruised to a little two-shot victory, but that was definitely not the case, Sleaze. This tournament was in Shane Lowry's hands, and he had an absolute disaster coming down the stretch, finding the water off the tee on 16, making actually a pretty good double bogey when it was all said and done. Great double bogey. And then once again, finding the water on 17. The bear trap bit him. But man, that thing looked like it was over. I was about to take a nap after he hit the green on 15. And then all of a sudden, oh, dear God.
Sitting there on 15, I was like, he's got two shots left to hit. Tee shot on 15, tee shot on 17. 16 is part of the bear trap, but it's not like you can make bogey, but like it's not a huge number lurking like the other one, like 15 and 17.
The water's really not in play.
What was it? Two guys the entire week, and the only one on the weekend was Shane with an iron. Like he hits iron there every day. The same club he hit. Like you see bogeys, you just don't see balls in the water. I mean, it barely crossed land. It could have easily been a re-tee. It didn't really matter. He still laid it up, down there, and then proceeded to hit probably the worst iron shot, minus the one that was upcoming on 17 from the fairway. Unbelievable bunker shot, by the way. All world bunker shot, and still had a good chance at that point. 17, I was like, this goes left. It goes left of left. Like, I'll understand. I get it, Like, you just wiped one on the previous hole. The last thing you want to do is miss right, obviously. I was shocked when that ball went in the water. Not it just went in. Like, it was closer to where Jimmy Stenger hit it, by the way, which was on land. In the freaking timeshares over there. I was shocked by that. The double-double, his only time he's had back-to-back doubles in his entire career. Pressure's a weird thing.
Yeah, it was nuts. It looked like it was going to be a battle all day. At one point, Nico Echeverria had a one-shot lead after he birdied the 10th, and then Shane Lowry proceeds to chip in on 9, Eagles 10. The putter got extremely hot, birdied 12. All of a sudden took a 3-shot lead. 14's a very difficult hole. He hit a bomb of a tee shot, hit a solid wedge in there 20 feet, did what he needed to do. And then I was just like, if he finds land on 15, and by the way, if you would have said, okay, where would you like this ball to end up, considering you have a 3-shot lead? He would have said 30 feet left of it, dead pin high. That's exactly where he hit it. Like, it was a beautiful shot. I said, this guy's in full control. And then he gets the 16 tee. And that was a golf swing that I am very unfamiliar with when it comes to Shane Lowry. I mean, he was way out in front. Club was so far stuck behind him. I mean, there's 25 yards between the right edge of the fairway and the water, and it flew into the water. Like you said, there's 2 balls all week in the water there. It's really not in play, especially with that wind direction. Just a weird swing. And I mean, he said it afterwards, like he let one golf swing change everything. I mean, he was bogey free on the weekend, full control. And then what was he, 6 or 7 under par on the day? And he goes there and he hits that ball in the water, and it's like everything changed right there. He's like, oh my God, what am I doing out here? I have no idea where the golf ball is going to go.
Yeah, I mean, really didn't make a good swing after that. The iron shot from the fairway was bad. The iron shot on 17 was one of his worst.
Tee shot on 18 was good.
If you would have said, hey, Shane, or anybody, name it, anyone in the field, they're going to have a 3-shot lead, they're going to cough it up on the bear trap, I'd be like, I can see that. That does happen. But I would have been willing to bet it was 15 and 17 were playing the issue. 17 still did play the issue. It wasn't going to be 16 where like the thing fell. When he pulled 15 off, I said, he's got one more shot. He got one more shot he's got to hit. Because, I mean, 16 after making par on 15, you could bail left as far as you want. You make bogey there all day. You're still got a 2-shot lead at that point. I guess Nico did make birdie on 17, which, by the way, there's another one. He took that pin on. That was about 4 inches. If that lands on the side slope of the fringe, that bounces into the water for sure. And then he makes the putt.
Yeah. Dude, with Shane Lowry on the tee.
He's a crazy creature in that, like, anytime he's got a chance, he's really good. When he doesn't give himself a million chances, but when he's up there in the lead, close to the lead, like, he plays good. And then he might just vanish, like, for a little bit. But he's 3 wins now for the guy.
And look, I know it wasn't the strongest field in the world, but you did have a major champion and a Ryder Cupper leading the way in Shane Lowry. When he won over in Japan, he battled Justin Thomas. I mean, he's not scared of the moment. He putts it so good. If he can just keep it on the planet, he can be a factor. But it's his 3rd win. It's very impressive. But man, what just a wild finish. You feel for Shane Lowry. Props to him for doing media afterwards. He didn't have to do that. Sure. He went straight in there, faced the music, did it. Talked about how he wanted to win in front of his 4-year-old daughter so bad. She was out there. Said I just wanted to see her little ginger head come running out there. But I give him a lot of credit for doing that, because this is a guy at the Masters last year when he played bad on Saturday, had the tough finish. He got upset at the media, said, look, I'm not here to talk about Rory McIlroy. I just cost myself a chance to win the Masters. I'm going to leave before I say something stupid. And by the way, no one blamed him. You get that. And then the situation with Colin Morikawa at Bay Hill last year, like he easily could have said, you know what? I'm out of here. I just puked off this golf tournament. I'm pissed off. I haven't won an individual tournament since the Open in 2019. I've had chances. He's now 1 for 5 with either the lead or the share of the 54-hole lead. So closing has been an issue. But man, I was in shock. And as a man who had him in a one-and-done pool, it stung a little extra.
Mm-hmm. That was a tough one to swallow. For a guy, too, that, like, I mean, he made the winning putt at the Ryder Cup. Like, that's the most pressure you could possibly have. But you go back, you mentioned a couple of them. You can go back earlier this year in Dubai. Mm-hmm. He had a chance. Coughed that up. 18th hole, knifed a bunker shot into the water and talked about how he gave that one up, too. We're, like, he's won a lot. He's performed great under pressure historically, but we're kind of approaching a time where, like, it's happened enough times in a row now where maybe we're getting a little, like, the scar tissue is building for sure. But if a guy like that could say, I lost control of the club face the last 3 holes after that one golf, like, it can, like, no one's immune to it. It just looks easy when we see Scotty do it over and over, or Rory sometimes cruises in. Like, some of these guys make it look easier than it is. It ain't like that.
Yeah, for all you folks sitting in your men's grill back at your local club and you're like, how do you hit that shot?
Yeah,
your body's never felt like that.
And you get them out there in the horse race at the member, like, that's how they hit that shot. When you miss that 2-footer to advance.
But now, I mean, with Shane, and I know he's a major champion, so it's a little different. But like, this is kind of getting up there with like Tommy Fleetwood. Like, when are you going to do it? When are you going to close? And now every single time he's in contention on Saturday, he's going to have to face that, and it's going to suck until he crosses the finish line. Those are the questions that are going to be asked, man. I feel for him. I love Shane Lowry. I was just shocked by that finish. I was like, this guy is cruising right now. This is going to be a dirt nap.
Yeah.
He's going to par 16. He's probably going to hit it 40 feet left of the hole on 17, and just cruise up 18. Family there. Everything's going to be all good. And good God, things change in a hurry in this game.
Yep, it can happen. Bear trap, for all the bitching we did about how easy they made the place, it could still, you still got to hit tee shots. Tee shots didn't get easier. And that one's going to, he's been not just in total, but like just at PGA National.
Yeah.
Remember, it was a few years back where he was looking good, and then that weather came in right when he was on 18, and like rain, you couldn't get home, cost him that one too. That was
2022, and that got brought up, and he's like, look, I played good that day. I just got beat, which happens. This one, totally different story. But I still will stand by the statement that the Bear Trap has gotten soft. Fewest amount of balls ever in the water at the Bear Trap, I believe it was 70 this year. 2 balls in the water on 17 on Sunday. I don't know if they count Jimmy Stangers that went right of the water, but he did have to drop, so I'm guessing he did.
That was 166 yards, by the way. That was 50 yards right of the hole.
At least.
I mean, dude, I thought he was going to, somebody's got a canoe.
He may got a boat.
Get his ass over there, let him hit that thing.
But, man, it's...
Cost himself some money. He played it 5 over, by the way, the Bear Trap. Cost himself some cash, Ola.
That's a stanger.
That is I see what you did. I like that. Oh, before we move on, got to give a shout out Alistair Docherty.
Yeah.
On the Corn Ferry Tour, man. His story is kind of well documented, running out of money, the car accident a couple years back, 26th on the points list on the Corn Ferry Tour, and missed his card by a shot at Q School that same year, like 1 out in both. Has had some heartbreak. Just got it done in Argentina, driving the final hole and then getting
354,
kicking it in from 30 feet in 2, which was not easy. Had himself a little 4-footer coming home, and gets in the Open Championship.
Yeah,
so
really
cool story for him, man. That's a relatable. Most guys that play golf kind of go through that type of stuff, and it's easy to find an excuse to shut it down. And he didn't do it, and now he's second on the points list, looking good.
Yeah, he moves up to number 2. As you said, second. I wasn't listening.
Correct. Second is number 2. You got it. Nailed it.
Who does number 2
this
work
is the
for?
high-end breakdowns that we're known for.
Also, shout out Brooks Koepka, top 10.
How about
which
it?
you won in your gambling segment.
I should have had him top
Congratulations.
10 instead of 20.
Yeah, you had him top 20. A little final round 65, which included a 3-putt for par on the last to finish tied for 9th. But he's trending, man. It's getting better. The putter was the big issue the first couple of weeks. Totally different greens now. We're on to Bermuda off the Poana, and he was 15th in strokes gained putting. Other than Thursday, he played really nice. 66, 69, 65 to close.
Yeah, he played. I watched a good bit of him Saturday and Sunday. It looked, it could have been better. As good as he putted, I thought his iron play was awesome. He had a lot of good shots, a lot of shots pin high. I think he's just kind of getting a little more and more comfortable. He'll have a number of starts now before Augusta. I think you'll see him work his way into contention in one of these leading up to April.
Yeah. That Houston one looks rather nice,
That's a
which
good
he
one.
might have had a little say in the design around there.
It's helpful. That is helpful.
Big time golf headed this week. Not only Bay Hill, but the Whisper Rock member. Are you and your partner ready?
Kenny Lebovic, my
Sweet
boy.
swinging
Shout out.
Kenny Lebovic.
I played with Jose Alistair and Puig this week. They had just seen him swing the golf club apparently, like for the first time. Like, oh my God, I've never seen footwork like that in my whole life. This is the craziest thing ever.
That was your Spanish accent?
That was it.
Your Australian one's better.
How do you think it was? Yeah, I haven't really worked on my Spain just yet. He did tell me a few days ago he hadn't broken 87 in a good while. By the way, last year we played as like a 3 handicap. He's like, my handicap's not where it should be. But then I did see him out there the other day and he said, I'm back. So
he's back.
He's back. So we'll see. More importantly, though, Thursday night gin tournament, first annual pre-memorial, Mike Young pre-memorial gin tournament. Which,
I had nothing to do with
Mikey,
the name.
we love you, dude. You got a lot of years left. This is pre-memorial.
Well, I'll tell you this. My partner, Chris Demon, and I looking for the three-peat.
That's right. Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Did y'all win the whole thing last
We won
year?
the whole thing 2 years ago. Last year, remember, it got shortened because of some weather issues, and so there was like a 4-way tie.
All right, so you didn't lose.
Technically,
you didn't
have
lose.
not lost in 2 years.
You didn't lose.
Back-to-back
I still
champs.
have a video of you the year after you guys won. It's great. I might have to release it to the public.
Great wedge shot I hit in there in the shootout.
You're happy and hydrated. Well hydrated.
By the way, during the member, I'm going to be smashing my Callaway Quantum driver.
Oh,
I've never been longer.
What else is new?
I have never been longer. I'm hitting this thing so much further than the old one.
Almost
It's
too
their
far.
fastest driver they've ever had. The Callaway Quantum's new Tri-Force face features ultra-thin, high-strength titanium reinforced with PolyMesh and carbon, making Quantum our fastest, longest, and most exciting driver. Get ready for a quantum leap in distance. Experience the all-new Callaway Quantum drivers with Tri-Force at CallawayGolf.com. I'm telling you, it's changed my game. Go get yourself one. It's fantastic.
It's
You'll be
nice
hitting
to
second.
have that nice gear.
You'll be
ain't
hitting
it?
second, Sleaze.
I'm not accustomed to hitting second. I'm used to.
Sorry, I mean, you'll be hitting
That's
first.
what I figured.
Totally
These ones
backfired.
and twos are
Delete
throwing
that.
you off a little bit.
It's Monday.
I'm very accustomed to hitting first after this past week. It is not a problem.
Yeah, let's get to that before we get to our gambling segment, which I'm not very good at. You did win this week, but you made one of the worst bets I've ever heard about, ever.
In
possibly.
hindsight, and at the time, ill-advised.
So I'll just break it down for the people at home real quick. You and your partner, Drew Kittleson, four-ball partner, which is a very formidable duo, 2 great players. You decided to play David Puig and Jose Ballester straight up.
Look,
I'm going to go race
sounds-
Usain Bolt.
it's as crazy as it sounds. We were on the range, we're talking shit, everybody's having a good time, and so Puig was like, "What's the game today? Like y'all two versus us? You know, get
Do his
ready,
accent.
get ready for the 4-ball." No, I think I got to go home and work on my Spanish accent before I bring it back out. I was like, "Yeah, dude, we'll do that. We figured it out, like shots, odds, whatever." We had to explain odds to them. I was like, all right, 4-1 odds. And he's like, what is that? And I was like, all right, so if we have a $200 18-hole bet, if y'all beat us, you get 200. If we beat y'all, you get 800. And he's like, no, it's too much.
Y'all get 800.
What? Yeah, we get 800. Yeah. And so I'll spare you the details. We worked it down to 2-1 odds. And we had a $200 bet. We got our shit kicked on the front pretty good. Shockingly, they played very good. We lost 2 holes where we both made birdie to an eagle. That doesn't help. Then the backside, we played really good. We had an actual war on the backside. So we played press whenever you want. We win 10, they press. Then we tie a couple. Then we win again. Or then they win, we press. Anyways, it came down to the 18th hole. We had 2 birdies, kick-in birdies, me and Kitty, Jose Le. And all the there's like 4 bets. You know, we were going to win at that point if we even tied the hole. And Jose Le, hoop for eagle. For the beagle to flip all of it. We ended up losing 5 ways. But if 18 goes the right way, it could have been close. But in hindsight, horrible bet, good training. I was hitting first every single time.
Yeah.
And by substantial margins. To the point where I was like, we're
both.
getting a little absurd here with the distances. I mean, dude, they're hitting it. I mean, they're 50 in front of me.
So I'll tell you this.
I hit it okay.
We joke around about I hit short. I have gotten quite a bit longer. I'm moving it out there pretty good. I played with Puig twice last week, but on Thursday, the first hole, I don't think I could hit it a yard further. I smashed it. You know, the first hole at Whisper Rock's 460 yards. I had 150 in. Okay? I lasered him. He was 52 yards ahead of me. I was like, this is bullshit.
Yeah.
Imagine if he had a quantum
Oh my! Could you even imagine? We played also every tee box like all the way, the ones that we don't always play, all the way back, and like the ones where I would hit it really. I was like, okay, now we'll see. That'll be a good representation where, and like some of them were in like shouting distance. You know what I mean? There were a few, or that it wasn't too bad if they missed one or something, and then there'd be the ones where they got every bit of it, and if I didn't, I was like, this is gonna be 49 yards
minimum.
I mean, dude, and Puig, man. His game is so good. He's going to start winning on Live here real soon.
He's the third.
Or DP World Tour, or both.
Yeah, he's the third betting favorite over in Hong Kong this week.
I'm betting him.
He's up to 86 in the world.
I'm betting him.
I don't even know if we talked about it, but several weeks ago, he got absolutely screwed over in Dubai. He was in the last group on the DP World Tour, and they zoomed in. The TV referees zoomed in, and he barely scraped the sand on his way back. It led to a 2-shot penalty, cost him $370,000, I believe, and also went from 3rd to 7th, which cost him a ton of world ranking points. As he told me, he thinks it cost him 2 major championships, being the Open and the PGA. I was like, dude, you still got time. You're going to be fine. You're going to move up. But that was a stinger. The kid can play, man. Whisper Rock is like a par 65 for him.
It's a different animal watching him go. I mean, if he wins on Live right now, he's top 50, right? Points wise, so as it stands right now, he could do it and get in Augusta if he picks one off.
Granted, I haven't done very well with my 1s and 2s so far
Correct,
today.
Right.
But the other day,
over here.
I did the math, and I'm 99% sure I got this right. If he were to win this week, I believe he would move to 48th in the world. 48th to 49th.
99%. It's only 2 short of being all the way sure.
But Puig, we're rooting for you, man. We want to see you in the majors.
Good.
He's good.
As is Jose. Bad bet on our part.
Yeah. All right, let's get some good bets this week. You're coming off a W with little Brooks Koepka top 20 that hit last week. We're on to the Arnold Palmer Invitational. Brutal golf course. I mean, this one's fun.
All the bitching we do about too easy, this is the week we get right.
I looked at the weather, mid-80s all week long, no rain.
Wind?
I did not check the wind.
Okay, need some wind.
I was driving, shouldn't have been doing that anyway.
It's dangerous.
I was preparing for my gambling.
Dangerous.
And I was cramming.
I had to find a loser on the way down.
Yeah. So I'm going with a guy that plays hard golf courses extremely well. There was a time here where I think there was a 2-year period where only one person at Memorial and Bay Hill broke 70 on a Sunday, and it was this guy right here, and that's Matt Fitzpatrick. Top 10 plus 250. Mm-hmm. Come on.
U.S. Open Champaign.
Yes.
Also hard golf course. All right, I'm staying in the top 20 area. I got to try to piece a few of these together. Thanks to Brooks for getting me off the schneid. This man was top 10 last year. Came close at Pebble this year already. T2, took a little time off, but he's such a straight driver of the golf ball and just a great iron. Just very solid. Nothing flashy about him. Love his golf swing. Give me Sepp Straka, top 20, and that's plus 185. He's a good bit further down the betting board than I would have thought. If it gets windy and you always have to hit fairways out there, but I mean, he drives it so straight. I like that.
He's stud. He's picked up some speed too.
6th or 7th last year.
I mean, he's around 175 ball speed. He slimmed down a little bit. Big Diet Coke guy. I asked him if he cut back his Diet Cokes. He goes, I cut back, but I would never give up the love of my life.
No, dude, you got to have a reason to live. You got to be happy. Jesus.
Hard not to root for Sepp Straka, man, but it's going to be a fun week. Obviously, Scottie Scheffler, your betting favorite.
I like him too.
Two-time champ around here. This is a place. But this should be a battle, man. This should be fun. All the best in the world going right now. I'm excited for this one.
This is one of my favorite non-majors to watch on because it is so hard.
Yeah.
It's fun to watch them struggle. Mm-hmm. When that place gets baked out and firm, it's real fun.
All right, well, let's get to our guest this week. He is a golf junkie. He's also a hell of a baseball player. He's the DH for the Oakland A's. He's been out here for spring training. This was a fun one, man. Get to know Brent Rooker on Subpar.
All right, we got a ball player in studio with us today down in Scottsdale for a little spring training with the Oakland A's. He's a 2-time All-Star, Silver Slugger Award winner, a certified golf sicko, and according to Jen, 5.7 index. I checked it out before.
Yeah,
nice.
That's updated as of this morning
because I
posted a 75 yesterday. So that index went down a little bit since yesterday. So that's updated. Yeah, I appreciate that.
I heard 75, but you might have lost by 8.
I got crushed. Who
you playing against?
Jeff McNeil, our second baseman. So we've landed on 8 strokes as the number that I need to compete with him. He beat me 2-1. He shot 68. I shot 75. So 8's kind of the number for us to be competitive, though, for now.
Damn, he's like a +2. ish.
I think he's on Jen a +2. I think that's a little sandbaggy. I think I don't know.
Really?
I don't
Call
know.
him out.
I don't know if we're posting all the rounds there for him to be a +2, but he's a good player.
We'll get Yip Strickler to investigate
Yeah,
this. We'll figure this out.
Where'd y'all play down here?
We played at Gainey Ranch yesterday.
Oh yeah, nice.
Good spot.
So
I like it.
75, that's pretty
I
good
was
day
very
for you.
pleased with 75. Yeah.
What's
yeah.
low ever?
73, 1 over. I've never shot even, never gone under. But I was 3 under through 5 yesterday.
Ooh.
So I got nervous early, and then we finished. We went 34 on the front 9, went 2 under, and then just the 6 handicap in me came out, and I shot 41 in the back, and we landed at 75.
Damn.
I was pleased with it.
It's so weird how that happens. Like I'm like trying to break 80 for the first time,
Yeah.
or break 70 for the first time. It's just like you got to blow it 100 times before you actually do it.
Yeah, and I felt really good about where I was, and then just a couple bad 3 putts, just stupid mistakes, and it slips away
golf.
quickly. And then you get back to 1 over, and you're like, now I got to find a way to make 2 more birdies, and I don't know where those are. So,
But that 3 under through 5, you're like uncomfortable, like you
yeah,
said.
I don't like
Earlier,
this.
now you're
I don't
like,
like
okay,
this. Yeah,
this
I
is
don't
what
like
it
There's
is.
no way it's getting to 4.
Yeah.
There's just no chance it's getting to 4 before it goes to
Exactly.
-2 or -1.
Exactly.
Do you hit bombs like all ball
Not
players
really. I mean,
seem
not
to?
really, honestly. I'm a good one's out there 290-ish probably. I'm not like crazy long.
You look
some
like
guys
you'd hit it
are.
really short.
Yeah. I tapped on the shoulder and I was like, Jesus.
I've got mixed
Relax.
reports about your length off the tee.
I know it's who it's from. I have newfound distance.
I was told your baseball swing speed does not
It
translate
doesn't
to the golf.
translate. That might be coming from Max because I had that discussion with Max in the on deck circle
Yeah,
in
but
Detroit.
then
Which is strange, by the way.
But then your man Chris Vernon told me y'all played a hole the other day that was like 465 and you had like
he got
65
me with-
yards in. That's not short.
That's
That's
helped
not
me out a lot.
290.
yeah.
That's strange though, because like even pitchers who don't even like bat really, I feel like all baseball players
Dude,
just
there's
do
a
it.
lot-
Is it because
pitchers
you
are
like are
long.
trying to hit it straight and you don't really let go? Because some
No,
guys
I
just,
think it's just because my swing stinks. So I think it's
but
like
how,
I
you
can-
hit it so hard with a baseball
Yeah.
bat, which got to be way harder.
Yeah, I mean, if I had the answer, I would probably hit it further. But I'm not like short by any means.
I didn't
I'm not
think
hitting
so.
out there 340, 350 or anything.
Well, spring training's just getting going. You're what, a week and a half in?
We're about a week and a half in. We've played 4 games, I guess. I've played 2, so we're just kind of getting rolling here.
How many will you play in spring training?
The goal normally is like between 45 and 50 at bats. So whatever that looks
I
like.
thought you were about to say games. I was like, holy shit,
no,
how many
there's-
games? How many
And then
games
you
is
go
there?
into
I think there's
season.
right at 30 games. I think there's like 30 games. So that's
Okay.
probably 18 or 19 games probably to get those 45 to 50 at bats, somewhere around there.
And that's just because you're you now and you're like, I'm not playing every single game.
Well, I mean, once you're established and you kind of know your role and you know what you need and you know your routine and kind of what you need to be prepared for the season, it kind of dictates itself a little bit better. Obviously, guys who are like, if there's a few open roster spots and there's guys, 3 or 4 guys competing for that specific spot, they're going to play a little bit more just to get the reps and get the evaluation. But once you're kind of set and established, and you know what you're doing. It's just kind of all about getting prepared for the season.
And you talk to like NFL veterans, and they're like, God, camp just sucks. Like if I could just skip camp, I'd play forever. Are you at that point with spring training yet?
No, not yet. It's still fun. I mean, the first few weeks is always fun because you're back with the guys, you're hanging out again. You know, the locker room camaraderie is back. We're playing a lot of golf, which is great. Obviously, our camps are probably a little bit less demanding than the NFL guys' camps. So it's towards the end of spring training, like the last week or two, it doesn't get to be a grind, but it gets to be like, all right, like I think we're ready to go here. Let's get out and start playing some games. But it's the first few weeks especially are fun.
What's like a standard day at camp?
So we'll
How
go. Get to the park. I would say on average like 7:30. Do your stuff. I like to lift beforehand. So if you want to do a workout, do your workout before all your training room stuff to get ready. We'll do like a workout, some form of a workout in terms of like on field stuff from 9:30 to 11:30 ish, and then games are at 1. So if you're not playing that day, you kind of tailor it and you can cater to do a little bit more extra work if you want to. If you are playing that day, it's kind of get ready for the game like it would be on a normal game day.
Do you stay for the game even if you're not playing?
Road games, you do not have to go if you're not playing. Our rule, it varies team to team. Our rule, Kotz's rule, is home games, everybody stays for 5 innings, and then veteran guys and pitchers who aren't throwing can take off after 5
And go make
innings.
that tea time.
Go get the tea time.
Yeah.
That's exactly
What's
right.
the golf? Are you daily right now?
I've played 5 times since being out here, so not daily. Every other day so far, probably. Which I mean, I hope to keep that pace up. Obviously, I'm by myself right now. My wife and kids come out sporadically in spring training. So when they're here, no golf, unfortunately. But when they're not here, I try to take advantage of whatever afternoons I can, for sure.
I want to go back to the early days, though, because I feel like the minor league stories are the best. You were drafted in 2017, 35th overall by Minnesota. Spent a couple years in the minors. You got any good stories?
In terms of what? What kind of
Just
stories?
fun. I mean, obviously, you're riding.
But when did you guys ride buses for like 8 hours to go play?
That's.
You played in the Cape Cod.
I played in the Cape in college. Worst bus ride. I kind of got lucky with my minor league bus rides because I got drafted. I went to rookie ball for like 2 weeks and then went from there to the Florida State League, where the travel is not bad at all because you're just kind of bouncing around to Florida spring training complexes. That was easy. Southern League for AA, which was. I mean, I guess there was some long. We were in Chattanooga, so there was down to Jacksonville was kind of a haul. Mobile was kind of a haul. Talk about covering playoff events in St. Louis, Memphis, and Atlanta. It's kind of similar when you're playing in Mobile, Birmingham, and Jackson, Mississippi in July and August. It's pretty hot. Yeah. But those bus rides were not the worst. And then from there, I went to AAA. And once you get to AAA, the longer trips become flights. So I kind of lucked out in terms of that stuff. Our AA routine, though, there was a little muni course in Chattanooga that let us on for free. So basically, me and one of my buddies on the team would basically have like a standing 6:30 tee time every morning, and we'd get up, we'd go play, you'd go back, and we'd play in 2 hours because we're just playing the two of us. Go back to the apartment, go back to sleep for like 3 hours, get up, go to the field, get ready for the game that night. So that was our standing AA routine.
You are certified.
So on your Wikipedia page, actually, your picture is wearing an El Paso Chihuahuas jersey. How much time did you spend there?
I spent from opening day of 22 until the trade deadline of 22. So that would have been 4-ish, April, May, June. Yeah, 4-ish months in El Paso.
My wife is from there. It's something.
It's hot. That's a different kind of hot, but it's hot.
Chihuahuas.
Great stadium there. Really nice stadium. Really good place to hit. I spent that year bouncing back and forth between AAA and the big leagues, mostly in El Paso, until I got traded to Kansas City. But El Paso, it's definitely I enjoyed my time there. It's a different living experience than I was used to, though.
For sure.
What are some of the great, like, the minor league baseball is the best, like, names? Like the Chihuahuas. Who else? They got the Mud Hens.
Trash Pandas are a new team. And,
Trash Pandas?
Rocket City Trash Pandas are in Huntsville. So that's a good one.
That's Huntsville, Alabama. They got they're the trash.
Trash Pandas is a good one. The Mud Hens is a good one. Chihuahuas.
Hartford Yard Goats.
Yard Goats is a good one.
They're always like a descriptive word before.
Yeah.
I was a little blasted one night in Hartford up at the tournament on my birthday, and I gave this dude $200 for his Hartford Yard Goats hat. Probably could have got one the next day for like 30, but whatever.
Yeah. There's Jacksonville. I think Jacksonville's still the jumbo shrimp, but yeah, you're right. There is always there's always a descriptive word in there,
which makes it way better.
Adds a little bit more character. Yeah.
But what was trash pandas? Is
trash pandas. Trash pandas is just slang for a raccoon.
A lot of pandas run around Huntsville.
I don't think
Alabama,
so, but it's I think it's the raccoon slang for raccoon. Okay. Trash panda.
Oh,
yeah, and there are raccoons in Huntsville. So
I want a trash panda.
Yeah, there's a lot of those. That's for all right. That's good.
If you got a trash panda hat, anybody out there, send me one. I'd like
we can find one.
There's some good minor league hats. Our Chattanooga Lookouts hat, I think, is one of the best. It just has like the two eyes.
Yeah,
I think it's a good hat.
I think people wear that.
There's some
cool,
cool minor league logos out there.
Before we get back to Brent Rooker, a quick note from Mitsubishi. Let me save you some time. If you bought your driver off the rack, you're guessing. And guessing at 110 miles an hour doesn't usually end well. I've played everything, different heads, different lofts, different settings. What I learned is simple. The shaft controls how the face shows up. When I got fit into Diamana, not only did I gain yards, I gained control. The ball started where I aimed more often, my misses stopped being mysteries, and cash games got fun again. That's why so many good players end up in Diamana. If you haven't been fit, you're guessing. If you've hit Diamana, you already know. The difference is control under pressure. It's seeing your start line hold. It's trusting that your swing will produce the same window every time, and that's what happens when performance matches your move. Go to loveyourdrivermore.com and find the right Diamana for you. Then go argue with your wedges instead. Now, back to Brent Rooker.
Tell me about the time you get called up. The first time you get called up.
So I got called up in 2020, which was the COVID year. I was at the alternate site, which was in St. Paul, like 25 minutes from our stadium in Minneapolis. I was playing Call of Duty at the time. Well, it happened. So this was on and off day for our major league team. The day before, our starting right fielder, like first or second inning, pulls his hamstring, comes out of the game. So I'm just like, all right, I am the next in line here, but like I don't know what's happening. And there's an off day the following day, so I just basically had to sit in anxiety for like 36 hours, wondering like, is he actually hurt? How hurt is he? Am I the one going to get called up? Blah 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 blah. It's like 10 o'clock on that off day probably. So at this point, I'm kind of figuring like, all right, if they were going to make the move, I would have made the move. If they would have made the move already, he's probably fine. I'm playing Call of Duty with some friends, and I get a call from our farm director, I believe it was, letting me know that we had a doubleheader the next day, and I was going to be in the lineup for game 1, which was like at 1 o'clock. So do your best to get some sleep. I did not get any sleep that night, and rolled into the doubleheader next day, played both games, got the first hit out of the way, first RBI out of the way, kind of got a few of the firsts out of the way, at least pretty early on, which was nice. But the 2020 year was interesting because it made the debut experience very different. Yeah. Those of us who debuted that season than the guys who got the more traditional debuts.
I just started watching this show called Clubhouse on Netflix. It follows the Red Sox in 2024.
Yeah.
And it's so, I mean, well, obviously it's sad when they cut guys, obviously, but then like this 31-year-old made his debut in the bigs as a pitcher.
Yeah.
His last name's Boozer. Actually. Yeah. But it was just so cool. Like when they told him.
It's an emotional moment, man. Yeah. It's very cool, especially for guys that it happens later on in their career like that, because it's just there's so much work that goes into it. It goes back to when you're 7, 8, 9, growing up playing baseball, all the sacrifices your parents made to get you to tournaments and get you in events and things like that. So it's just a culmination of a lot of things, and it's an emotional event for sure.
What were the baseball rules during COVID? I can't remember. Like it feels like ages ago. Like were there any fans?
No
were
fans.
They allowed? None.
Zero fans.
They had the little cutout cardboard.
Zero
things.
fans. Yep. So no fans in the stands. Bench guys we all had a mask on. There were like also little sections of the stands, the bleachers for guys who I think like pitchers who weren't going to pitch, or other bench guys could go sit in the stands. So we're all further apart. Obviously travel rules, hotel rules were a little bit stricter and things like that. But yeah, it was zero fans. So I got the initial debut in September of 2020 with zero fans. Then the following year, the first game I played that year was kind of like a re-debut because there were actually people there, so it felt even a little bit different than the first game.
Yeah, what a weird time, man.
So wild.
Remember the cardboard cutouts they had when they were playing the NBA like finals
Yeah,
and the
piping
bubble
in,
down
crowd
there. Like,
noise,
you could buy your face to be there. Did it at the Phoenix Open actually?
Yeah,
too. You could buy your own face.
Yeah,
that was
on there. Is there any like when you move up, you're a young kid, you come in, now you're in the dugout locker room with like the bats and stuff. Is there any more like rookie initiation hazing? Or are they all just
I mean, there's some
chill?
stuff. It varies team to team. It varies veteran group to veteran group, I would say. It depends on who you get and how fortunate you are. There's some stuff that, I mean, without revealing too much of it, there's some stuff that happens on like your first bus ride and things like that. Nothing crazy or out of line, but there's still some things that need to happen before you're
you can't just
accepted with open arms. Yeah,
Right.
You can't just waltz on and not have to do anything.
I feel like the veterans call most of the guys Rook. How does that work for you? Like,
That's just my built-in
I know.
nickname.
So
So
you just turn around every
people
time?
always ask, like, is that like offensive to you when someone calls you that? I was like, I've been called that since I was like 8. So like, no, it's just kind of been my nickname forever. That was what people called me in baseball context before I ever like related it to being a rookie. So I just kind of goes in one ear, not the other. Doesn't register with me.
Your team's moving to Vegas.
Yep.
2028.
2028.
Going to play some games in 2027, right?
We're playing in Vegas.
6 games.
We're playing 6 games this year in Vegas.
Okay.
And I would assume 6 games also in 2027 in Vegas. And
how do we feel about that?
I'm excited to get there. I think it's gonna be great. The 6 games this year and next year are in our AAA park there, and the ball flies there. So it's kind of like we need to get a homer or two while we're there during those 2 series the next 2 years. But once we get there in 28, stadium's gonna be unbelievable, state of the art, inside, so that the weather is a non-factor, which I know that's one thing people always talk about. No income tax is fantastic.
That's a crazy shift from.
I mean, going from
Oakland
to there.
Believe the
Vegas. I mean,
difference.
that's a huge race for everybody.
Yeah, for everybody. So I think, once we get there in 28, I think it pretty quickly becomes like a top 5 place to play in the league in terms of being able to track free agents. The market there's going to be great. The stadium's unbelievable. Great place to live. Great, obviously, unlimited things to do. Good food, things like that.
It'll be a packed house every night.
Yeah,
I mean, look at every
can't
other
wait.
sport. It's just
Right.
been such a huge success. You should get in very good with Monty Montgomery out at Shadow Creek.
Yeah, it's one that I need to. We need to
we
make a
can
connection.
make sure
We'll
that's your
probably
home
make
course.
that happen.
Yeah.
We can probably make, and you'll have the greatest home field advantage because I feel like football, like Guys are coming to Vegas when
Yeah,
but
for
in football
sure.
they're there is so short, and I think
Yeah.
I've heard some teams like try to even shorten it when they go play in Vegas, like
They
less
stay,
time.
I think teams try to stay away from the strip too.
Yeah, they try to get them off and
Yeah.
as much as you can. But baseball, like y'all are there for like multiple
3-4
nights.
days,
It's
yeah.
going to be a mess.
What's the worst that could happen?
You guys gonna have the best home record in the league.
I think
by a mile.
there was a story. I don't remember what it was, but like several years ago, because the AAA team, there's been a AAA team in Vegas for a very long time, and like visiting teams' records when they're in Vegas is always terrible.
Yeah,
Of course.
it's going to be all world. You get a huge raise and
just
have the
humans,
best home
guys.
field advantage.
We're just humans. We can't control
Yeah,
ourselves.
exactly.
The place is too much fun.
Yeah, you're coming from Milwaukee or something. You come down here like, oh my god,
This is amazing.
3 nights.
How about last year? You played all 162 games.
I did.
I mean, do you look at these like NBA guys and this load management and be like, how soft are y'all?
I
Speak
don't,
freely.
because I don't have to play defense that much, so like it's a little bit easier on me. Guys like Ellie De La Cruz goes out there and plays all 162 at shortstop. Pete plays all 162 at first. Matt Olson plays all 162 playing the field too. Those guys are the ones doing it. So, and our sport's obviously a little bit less physically demanding. But I take way less. I did play on 162. Most of them are as a DH, so I take a little bit less credit than those
That's
guys
fair.
who do it and go out there and play defense every day too.
Just
those
say the
guys
NBA
are-
players are soft.
I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say that.
How do you keep yourself like loose, entertained, whatever, when you're DH and you're just kind of waiting to get up and you're not in the field?
I do a lot of pacing. I'm like a 4-year-old. I spend a lot of time on an iPad. I have my iPad, and I'm just an iPad kid between at bats, watching all my at bats, watching all my teammates at bats, watching videos of whatever relievers coming in, trying to pick up something here or there, trying to pick up a sequence, a tip, things like that to help me out, help our guys out, or whatever it is. And then I'm mostly just nervous pacing. It's a lot of
time to
nervous
think.
pacing. It's a lot of time to think, which for me can be very bad if I'm going bad. It can be very good if I'm going good. So it's just all about kind of learning to what thoughts I need to have to keep myself in a good frame of mind.
It's crazy how much the game's changed. Like watching that clubhouse thing.
Yeah.
I mean, all the data, all the technology that goes into everything now, like the pitchers, them breaking it down, biomechanics and everything. Wild.
Yeah, I mean, any information that you want's available to
Yeah.
you. And there are guys who want all of it. There are guys who want none of it. I'm a guy who wants all of it, plus some, probably to a fault, where I sometimes consume too much information, too much data, things like that. But yeah, whatever you want's there. And I think it's tremendous resources for guys looking to get better and looking to improve.
So when you're watching film on a pitcher, a guy you're about to face or something, like what are you looking for? You're like, hey, tips off his curve this way, or like what are you breaking down?
Yeah, if you can find that, that's obviously ideal. Most of it is just like I want to see arm angle, I want to see where he's releasing it from, and then when I'm just watching at bats from his previous whatever games, you're looking for sequences like he likes to go sinker in to set up the changeup, or likes to do this, or whatever it is. And anytime you can find like a little sequence here or there, a little pattern, a little tendency, it can be pretty helpful if you go up there in like a similar situation. It's something you just watch.
You just get some trash cans in the outfield.
Yeah, just bang on those bitches.
I mean, it makes it significantly
Morse
easier.
code or whatever the fuck it's called. Good call. All right, that leads perfectly into this dumb baseball question. Okay,
So it'd be
and you're a
good.
great hitter.
I can't wait.
I mean, everyone says hitting a baseball, and I wouldn't disagree. It's the hardest thing to do in sports, right? And you got these pitchers that are all world, and you have 0.1. I mean, I don't know how long you got from the time they release it till you got to be hitting it.
Yeah.
How much of hitting is just guessing?
Depends on who you ask. That is a good question.
Can you actually track him? Like, oh, that's a curve.
For me,
It's
a lot
gonna-
of it. Like for me, a lot of it, and like I was at the All-Star game last year, and I was talking to somebody, and Cal Raleigh, obviously catcher, who is in my division, who I have a ton of at bats while he's catching, comes up and just is like, "Don't listen to him. He guesses every pitch." And I'm like, "Yeah, I kind of do." And Cal knows that as he's back here and I'm hitting. Like he knows I'm looking for one specific pitch in one specific spot. But I probably do that more than a lot of guys. It depends on the style of hitter. It depends on who you are. It depends on what you're good at. It depends on a lot of different things. So you're going to get a lot of different answers based on like I would assume if you ask Luis Ariz, do you ever guess a pitch? He's going to say I've never guessed a pitch in my entire life. I have to guess. I am guessing 75% of the time.
I feel like you have to.
What do you think Shohei does?
Shohei exists in a different universe, so I
Yeah.
don't think he can be asked.
I mean, like the game he had with an LCS where he pitched and just hit 4 home runs or whatever. Like, can you just put that into context, or is that that's a unicorn?
I mean,
right
it's
there?
it's just it's got to be one of the more dominant like single game performances in any sport ever. It goes up with right up there with scoring 100 in an NBA game or whatever the best shots gained round in the PGA Tour event
Winning
ever
the
is.
US Open by 15.
Yeah, exactly like that. Yeah.
Will he go down as the best ever, you think?
Yeah,
Like
I think so.
injury, depending on injury?
I think so.
It's.
It's sick.
You got to wonder, like, are we going to start? Like, is there going to be another one? Like, I don't. Like, it's been. Is there going to be another two-way guy? There has to be at some point, right? Like, if we play for another 100 years, there you would think at some point there's going to be another two-way
I
guy.
just feel like,
But maybe not. Like,
yeah.
I don't know what he's doing is so unique, and the two different skill sets and being so dominant at both of them is so unique that like we might never see it again. I don't know.
I don't know a ton about baseball, but I just feel like you train like your whole life to be like either great at pitching or great at hitting. And like you go to college, I mean, there's very few that are dominant on both sides or over there. So I just don't feel like a lot of people even like focus on both sides.
Yeah, I mean, I guess there's a few in college every year who do both at a successful level, but to do it at the major league level is even crazier. So I would like I said, I assume at some point it happens again. Maybe not the same dominance level, but
Yeah, that's why I don't like you being a great hitter. Like think of all the time you spend hitting, watching tip film, all that type of stuff, and then you got the pitchers, the catcher. They report early to camp. They're doing all the pitches. It's like how do you? I don't even know from a time. Or maybe he doesn't need to spend that much time. Maybe he's just that special that it just is like easy for him on both sides.
Yeah, the preparation aspect of it's crazy too. Because I know how much time pitchers spend preparing for their starts. I know how much time it takes for hitters to prepare for at bats and be able to do both while also preparing physically as well is crazy.
Have you faced him?
Yes, I have 2 at bats career.
How we do?
I'm 1 for 2 with a homer.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
500.
This is in
That makes you
23.
the best ever.
I think just 2 at bats. I haven't faced him since 2023.
1 for 2
You
with
hit
a
a
homer.
dinger
Hell,
on him?
Homer. I had a really cheap one over the right field wall in Anaheim. It wasn't hit very hard, but it got out.
That's sick. You're 500.
Yeah.
That's all world.
Maybe
Never
1 for
face him
3.
again.
I don't know. I hit a homer that game. It was either 1 for 2 or 1 for 3. I haven't faced him since though.
Is there a pitcher that you face regularly that you just can't like you hate facing? Like fuck this guy. I got no chance.
There's a lot.
Yeah. Who's like 1A or 1B?
Logan Gilbert's 1A, and he's in my division. We face him 4 times a year, and I haven't figured him out yet.
Yeah.
All right, Logan.
Yeah.
I'm working.
Take note.
I'm working. And he knows it too, and it sucks, but it is what it is.
What about like obviously the 2 that always get brought up, Scooble and Skeens? But I mean Skeens.
I've never faced Paul. Mm-hmm. I have very good career numbers off Tarek.
Really?
Yeah, I do.
Love that.
I don't know I forget what they exactly are. I've got 3 homers. I've got some hits. So I've historically done pretty well off Tarek.
Nice.
Do you got any like buddy pitchers that like make you happiest when you get a hit off them or hit a bomb off them?
Ooh, one of my really good friends pitches for Tampa. I think I'm Griffin Jacks. I think I'm 2 for 3 against. I have a couple hits off him. I like getting hits off him. He's really, really good. But when you've been in the league, you get to kind of a certain point. You've been in the league for a few years. You kind of get to know most pitchers, and so there's always a little bit of a gratifying feeling when you get a hit off anybody because they're all really good and they're all trying to take money from you and beat you, and so it's fun to.
And it's hard to hit a baseball.
It's hard. It's
Very
difficult.
much.
Yeah,
Have you ever charged the mound?
I haven't.
Are you wanting to?
Not really.
Would you? Is there any scenario in the world
wanting
that
to?
could
No.
piss you off? I mean, some guy that'd be like
I don't think
career
so.
thing.
I don't think so.
So like when the bench is clear.
I would be willing to go back my buddy up if he charged him out. I don't think I will ever be the guy that goes first.
Yeah, just kind of be in the back, like I was there for you, but I'm not really throwing or taking any.
Exactly.
So that's what,
that's
so
the
the
move.
bench is clear. Like I'd be the guy to be just like, oh, I'll
Go
just
get
be
a
the last
bullet.
guy out. Here we go.
Fuck, I was right there for you.
Where are you at in this situation?
I think I would be. I'd be running out there pretty quick. Depends on the situation, but I think I don't. Like I said, I don't think I'll instigate. I'll just take my base and take the on base.
There's not that many. I mean, I don't think they haven't super regularly even before. But how many times a season out of all
Does someone, like,
majors
charge?
will there be like a bench clearing?
There's a few, very few that actually end up coming to anything. I mean, everybody runs out and maybe someone pushes someone. There's like a big fight once every couple of years, I would think.
Yeah.
You think about, I mean, the roof netted door roof netted door one. You think about the Tim
Red Sox
Anderson
Yankees
and
back
Jose
in the day was
Ramirez.
one.
Yeah, I always think about Tyler Austin slamming his bat, then charging. I think it was Joe out there pitching. So, yeah, the one every few years.
The greatest of all time is though when Robin Ventura
Yeah,
charged Nolan
there's a
Ryan.
good
And he
one.
just said,
Yeah.
"Bring it." Come
That's
on,
a good
man.
one. Yeah.
That's the best. He was a bad man. Nolan Ryan.
Yeah.
Let's talk.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say that the one with the the Yankees and the Red Sox. And remember Pedro
That was
Martinez?
Pedro Martinez had a good one too.
Was
Don
it Zimmer?
Zimmer.
Zimmer.
Yeah.
That was like a scary, actually. By the way, props to Zimmer for going out there and be like, I'm gonna go. I'm going too. Like, you can't take the dog out of the
That was
fight.
kind of at the peak of that rivalry too, back in like, I guess that'd have been like 2004 probably. So yeah, that was a heated one.
Yeah, that was like, that's one of the only ones I can remember. I just didn't know how common they were anymore.
I love that. Let's talk a little more golf here. Obviously,
Yeah.
Sicko. How much do you watch golf?
A lot. I watch
Yeah?
a good bit. Yeah.
Who's your guys that you follow and root for?
I love Rory. I like when Rory wins. I like watching Max play. Cameron Young is my favorite guy to watch. I like his swing a lot because when I do like my exaggerated rehearsal, that's what I feel like I look like. It's not at all when I watch it on video, but in my head, like that's the pause and like that's what I feel like I look like. So I like watching him swing because for some reason it's like relatable in my head to like, I can do that. I can't, but again, I think I can.
A lot of people are picking him to win a major this year.
I mean, his talent's sick.
It's crazy.
Especially since he got the first win out of the way.
Yeah, I think it's a good pick. Obviously, in any sport, I am not ashamed to say like I am attracted to like greatness. I am a front runner. Like I was Alabama football when they're winning everything. Like I like that. Like when the Warriors are winning everything, I like that. So I love watching Scotty. Like I like watching dominance. I like watching elite level. Like I'm better than everyone here, and it's not really close. Like I love that. So I like watching Scotty a lot too.
I saw you put up a thing on Twitter. It was like, who's more dominant in their sport, or who's like Shohei or Scotty?
Yeah.
And it was close, wasn't it?
It was close.
It was a great question, by the way.
The poll was closer than I thought, given who my audience obviously is.
Yeah,
it's way more baseball's huge, so I think Shohei got more votes. But even with my audience being what it was, like it was much closer than I thought it would be. I thought it was, and the more I thought about it, the more I was like, I can make an argument for both here.
Yeah, I saw it today and I was like, it's got to be Shohei. And then I kind of started breaking down like the explanation as to why. I'm like, well, shit, you could say a lot of the same things about Scotty over here. Like, he ain't the best ever yet, but he's kind of on track. He's being compared what he's doing. Only a couple guys have ever done.
There's people who will argue and say like Shohei's not the best player in the big leagues. Like they'll argue that Aaron's better. I mean, I think statistically Aaron's a better hitter. I think Shohei's the best player. So, but the point being, there are people who will argue that there is a better player than Shohei. There's nobody arguing there's a better golfer than Scotty. So that would be a point. That would be a point for Scotty.
He just never has a bad game.
Yeah,
I mean,
the floor is just crazy high.
Yeah, I mean, he's played horrible the first first rounds. Yeah, and he still finished. I mean, he finished 12th this week.
Right.
It's like it's as bad as it gets.
It's a flash in the pan.
It's as bad as it gets.
How do you handle social media? Because I mean, you're pretty active on Twitter, which I love.
Yeah, I get way less active in season just because it becomes not worth it.
Yeah.
So I like being approachable, I guess you could say. I like talking about things in the off season, especially in the playoffs when I can kind of tweet about baseball things, and kind of give insights into what's happening in the game that I have that maybe a fan wouldn't have. And then once we get into the season, I tend to shut it down a little bit more, just kind of out of necessity.
I mean, people are always going to be rude.
People are very rude.
Yes,
yeah.
very
on
rude.
social media.
So I mean, I've gotten in trouble over the years and just told to like stop and all this. Do you respond to the haters, or do you just is it immediate like block button?
It depends on what the hate is about. I respond. I mean, in the off season, I'll respond like in some good-hearted, funny ways. In the season, no, I'm not responding to anything. I'm just letting it go.
He had the one where some dude like DM'd and was like, "Yo, you cost me $21K and on fantasy or whatever," and he writes back, "What was it like? I don't care. I've gotten to the point if you like communicate, if you interact with me on social media about gambling anyway, it's block, immediate block. Like I'm not doing it. Done, block.
See, during the daytime when I haven't had any cocktails or anything, it's just immediate block, and then at night I'm like, I hate this person. I'm going to respond. yeah, it sucks.
Mr. Anonymous egg-shaped head guy. Yeah.
All right. Favorite course you've played and the course you want to play the most?
Favorite course I've ever played is Lookout Mountain Country Club in Chattanooga. I love that course. I've played it probably 4 or 5 times. It's my favorite. I think the one that I want to play Sleepy Hollow in New York. I see pictures of it. Links Gyms on Instagram posts all kind of pictures of it, and the one specific par 3 with like the thumbprint. I want to play that hole really bad. It looks really fun.
Well, get in touch with Cam Young. I mean, he's got a little connection
there.
Cam, good job.
Yeah. Do you play? Do you get to play during season on the road?
That's the most of our in-season rounds are off days on the road.
How long does that take to work your way into being able to, like, can a rookie come in and be like, yeah, I'll join you guys? Or is it like, nah, son.
It depends on team. It depends on who wants to play. But yeah, if we have a big group, like we have like 8 or 9 guys wanting to play on an off day on the road, we'll go to whatever public courses nearby, just because obviously it's easier to get like 2 or 3 tee times there, and we'll go out and have a fun day. And if there's 2 or 3 of us that want to go, we'll kind of look around and see what connections we have in that city and where we can get out. But we have lost a few golfers in the past year through trades and things. So I think our golf group this year may be a little smaller than it has been. But that's, like I said, most of our off days at home are kind of spent. Those are like family time because you got your kids there and you hang out with them. Off days on the road is where we try to take advantage of and get out and play where we can.
Are you a gambler on the golf course?
I will play whatever everybody else wants to play. I am not the one that's like, we got to play. Like, if we don't play a game, I'm fine. Like, I'm good to just play my ball, keep my score, compete with myself. But if everybody else wants to play something, I'm not going to say no.
Are you like a technician? Like, you break down your baseball swing. Are you doing the same thing with golf?
Unfortunately.
Like most guys, honestly, that I've known like that, or like the pitchers and the quarterbacks are very much like that. I don't know a ton of like...
So in my baseball swing, like, I have to know everything that's happening, why it's happening, why I'm doing this. Like, again, sometimes to a fault, but I am very much mechanically driven. I need to know why. I need to know what movement pattern is leading to this, so on, so on. So my golf game is the same.
So you're a lesson taker or a YouTube watcher?
I am a lesson taker.
Or both?
Yeah, I'm a lesson taker.
I like that.
Yeah, I do like that. This is an important question. I meant to ask you this earlier because you're like you were known as the big breakfast guy.
Yeah,
right. You love all the breakfast. What do you got in Scottsdale? What have you discovered? I need to hear.
I haven't. It's like Sacramento, like where I'm at home. I eat all my breakfast at home, like at the house, because I wake up, my kids are there, and then here it's like I go straight to the field and eat all the breakfast at the field every day. So I don't get to go out and.
So you haven't gotten to explore.
I haven't. It's always like road cities where I have recommendations because those are when you wake up at 9. You don't have the bus till 2. Like that's when you have the time to go do stuff.
All right, you could have one restaurant that you've come across on the road be your breakfast every day. Which one would it be?
Toast in Birmingham, Michigan.
Birmingham, Michigan.
It's where we stay for Detroit.
Right there.
Yeah.
Oh, that's where you stay?
Where we stay for Detroit. It's like 30 minutes from Detroit.
Oh, yeah, we're staying there for the Rocket this year.
Yeah,
there you go.
Yeah, right there. You stay in Birmingham? Toast.
Yeah.
Check it out.
Boom.
Bacon fried rice and a banana cold brew.
A banana cold brew.
Banana cold brew.
But
that sounds.
Toast. I will remember that.
Yeah.
That's great. We used to stay in downtown right by the stadium there and walk over to the games.
Yeah.
Cool little downtown area considering you can walk to every stadium.
Sure.
But Birmingham is very nice.
Birmingham's great. Love Birmingham.
And not far from Oakland Hills.
Yeah, we got to play the Rocket. It's at what, Detroit Golf Club?
Detroit
Yeah, we
Golf,
played it a couple years ago. We got to play it the Monday after, like the tournament finished on Sunday. We played it that Monday, and it's a fun little spot.
Yeah, they just ripped it up, redid it.
Oh, really?
So we're gonna have a new golf course this year for it.
Fun course, like for normal, like the tour guys just shrink it so much. But
Yeah,
like, it's a sweet old school
Yeah.
fun golf. That'd be a fun place to play like day in, day out.
Yeah.
All right, let's get to the E9 here.
Yeah, we got some.
I'm gonna let you pick the first question, Sleaze.
Okay.
What is this?
See here
What's
for you.
happening?
So we have a little E9 fun 9 questions, but
Okay.
we have a rotation of questions we ask as the first one to everyone.
All right, I'll throw this out just because there's been a movie made about the Oakland A's and Moneyball. Let's say they do a remake of Moneyball, current day. You're in it.
Wow.
What actor?
I hate this question
is
already. I know
playing
it's going.
Do you want a different one? We have.
Yeah, I want a different one.
All right,
I don't like that question.
Think on that for a while.
Okay, all right.
Let's go with childhood crush. First, TV star.
I feel like it was Britney Spears. Yeah.
She's you.
Things have changed a little bit.
Yeah.
That ship may not have sailed yet. She may be available.
I saw an Instagram post from her today, and I'm like, what is going on?
My wife showed me one. I was like, I don't know where we're at here. I don't know if
That
there's
would have
any
been
coming
very like 2000, 2001, 2002 would have been that time.
back. Yeah,
So, that timeline.
That's the right answer
Yeah.
for your age.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, next one here. Did you really get confused for 3 of your teammates' dad when you went to a Sacramento Kings game?
I did not. I can understand how that would happen because most of my teammates are children. But no, I didn't.
They said it was mostly because of how you were dressed versus how they were dressed.
Yeah, that's true. There is a generational gap for sure, and a lot of things between me and the younger statesmen on our team.
I heard you are you're the dad though of the team.
For sure. Yeah, for sure.
You keep all the young kids in line.
I keep them all in line.
You're not that. How old are you? 31.
31.
I mean, damn. That ain't that
Mature 31.
much.
Yeah.
You're like the Jake. What is it? Jake Taylor from Major League.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Every team needs that. All right, let's see which one here. All right, just give me strangest thing you've ever heard of or that you've done yourself trying to break out of a slump.
I mean, there's a lot of like what you're wearing under your uniform stories out there. I've never done that, but there's some women's underwear that goes around from what I've been told that gets worn under pants to try to
When you need to break out.
I had a minor league teammate who would be playing poorly. He would go nothing under his uniform. He would just go just jersey, just pants, just cleats.
Bold.
No
And those
socks.
see-through unis y'all had a couple years ago.
No
or whatever.
socks, no undershirt, no sliders, nothing. Just jersey, pants, cleats.
Just balls
Yeah,
out.
yeah.
That's bold.
Okay, I didn't have this one,
That's bold.
but you mentioned Jake Taylor. So, favorite baseball movie of all time?
A League of no, not A League of Their Own. I like A League of Their Own, but it's not A League of Their Own.
Awesome.
It's a great movie. Field of Dreams.
Field of Dreams.
Field of
Okay.
Dreams is my favorite one.
League of Their Own so.
It's also
Dude,
great.
Tom Hanks
Yeah.
in that is
Fantastic.
That's one that's still quotable like
Yeah.
today.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't know what year that was.
The little fat kid that was the
Yeah.
bat boy.
Stillwell.
Stillwell.
Yeah.
Yeah. Could remember it was Sidwell. Stillwell. Yeah, that was great.
Ball players. I don't have ball players.
All right, that one didn't count because that one
All right,
was
bonus
bonus.
ball.
All right, would you say your mental game on the golf course is more Tony Robbins or Tyrrell Hatton?
Tyrrell Hatton, and that also applies to baseball too. I'm a big negative self-talk guy.
Really?
Yeah, I like to tell myself how bad I am all the time.
Okay, perfect.
But it helps me. It helps.
Yeah.
Like sometimes I don't think that's a negative thing. I think that if that's how you operate and if that's what gets you back to where you need to be, I think it's fine.
It works for Tyrrell.
Yeah.
It
There's
works for you clearly too.
Yeah.
I can't remember his name, but one of the young guys on the Red Sox, he's that way. And he writes in a journal like how bad he
shitty
is.
Yeah,
He
it's
is?
fun. It's probably
A little hate journal.
I don't do that, but I yell at my teammates. Like I yell at myself a lot. Like that's kind of my way of getting it out. Is just telling myself how bad I am.
Perfect.
That's like it's hard to not be that in golf. And baseball is kind of similar. It's a game of failure. Like you get 3 out of 10 hits, like you're a world beater.
Yeah, I mean that's all. Like Tiger has so many viral clips where he hits a bad shot. And he's like, "You
buddy.
suck." Yeah, right. Like, yeah, that's
but
me.
Nobody believes him.
Yeah, that's, that's true. I'll say between pitches, I'll chase a pitch. I'll be like, my goodness, Brent, you are terrible. And the catcher's probably like, this guy's a psycho. But
The guy for the Red Sox is Duran.
it was Jaron. Yeah, that makes
Yeah,
sense.
Jaron Duran, yeah.
But there's
He
some good
dropped
ones
a
in
fly.
that,
I've never
in
written
that,
it
in that
down.
locker
Yeah.
room.
I've never
baseball.
written it down.
Yeah, he
but
dropped
maybe
one.
I should try writing
He
it
dropped
down.
a fly ball, and they were interviewing him afterwards. He's like, well, I'm just going to go home and write my journal and say how shitty I am. I was
That's
like,
something when he's all done, like you got to release that.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I'm sure there's some darkness in there, but that would be phenomenal. All right, I'm very interested in this one here because I saw
Good.
you speak on it somewhere. The Pfister Hotel,
Yeah.
in Milwaukee.
Yeah.
Is it truly haunted?
I
Like,
mean, it seems like it. I've never.
you got a story?
My TV changed channels a few times, but that's my most, like, that's my only story there. And it was, that could also just be faulty wiring because it's a very old
Could be.
hotel. So I don't know. Other guys have more extreme stories, more convincing stories. And there seems to be something going on there.
Like Mookie Betts had a
Mookie,
story.
I don't think Mookie stays there. I think Bryce has a pretty intense story. I don't think Mookie stays there anymore. There's some other guys that won't stay there.
What are some of the other stories that go around? Do you remember any of them?
I think there's I don't remember who it was. I think there's stories of like clothes being thrown all over the room, like furniture moved, like things that would be like, all right, I'm good here. Like I'm gonna go get an
I've
Airbnb.
heard about this place.
Wow.
Supposed to be not.
I
Why
don't
do y'all
wanna stay
stay there? Why do teams stay there?
That's a good
There's
question.
a
It's a
million
nice
hotels,
hotel. I don't know, but yeah, I don't know. It's a
but
good
it's
question.
haunted. That's crazy. All right.
You went to Mississippi State.
It did.
Is it true your freshman year you were voted one of the worst players on the team?
Second to worst player on the team.
Okay,
vote
first of all,
on that?
why is there even that vote?
That is so that was.
All right,
Where
guys.
did you? Who was your source on that one? I'm just curious.
My man Chris Vernon.
Was it?
Yeah.
Okay. That makes sense. So at our head coach at that time, at the end of every fall, I'm sorry. So you go to, obviously, for people who don't know who the college baseball system works, you go there, fall workouts, you do a bunch of fall inter squads, and then the dead period's like when you get into exams. But once we finished all of our fall inter squads, we all received a packet and with like a list of like rank 1 through 20 position players, rank 1 through 20 pitchers, rank who you would start in the lineup, who you wouldn't start in the lineup, on and on and on and on.
God.
And then we were given the results like at the end of the fall for you to kind of reflect on and see how your teammates not valued you, but ranked you as a player. And we had 20 position players, and at the end of my freshman fall, I was ranked 19th.
Damn.
What a thing to
How'd you
do as
take
a
it?
coach. All right.
I mean, I agree. I was like, yeah,
Yeah, your self-talk, you were like, yeah,
that's
they got it
right.
right.
Yeah.
Can't believe I beat
I was
somebody.
not, when I got to school, I was not ready to compete at that level at all. So I struggled mightily my first fall. And I mean, the rankings, I couldn't argue. I was like, yeah, that makes sense.
19 out of 20. Last year, SEC Player of the Year, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. What do the fuck you think now? Rerun. All right. When you're in right field, I feel like there's a lot of access to you as a field from the fans. Which fan base talks the most shit?
New York's bad. Philly is bad.
That's hard to
Shocker.
believe.
Those are two obvious, evident ones. Sometimes they're bad, and then sometimes like they're on you, but like it can be fun at times. The best chirp I've ever gotten was 2021. I was playing right field in Cleveland. It was early on in the year, so like I was hitting like I don't know. I was like 1 for 30 probably to start the year, and a guy out there sitting who had one of those giant, like the comically giant gloves on. He yelled at me and he said, "My BAC is higher than your batting average." And I thought that was my favorite all-time chirp. I was like, "That's funny. It's topical, and it's probably true." So yeah, I appreciate that you're having a good time.
You must be hammered.
Yeah.
That's
but
good.
I did like that one.
Those Philly people, real classy out there.
That's good.
I've had some interactions with them over the years. All right. Long drive contest among current day MLB players. Ooh. Who gets the title?
I'm trying to. Tyler Ferguson on our team can really move it. He hits it out there. JP Sears he's one of my best friends. I played with him the most out of anybody. He swings it. He gets it out there. I haven't played with that many guys though that I can think of.
I just remember the video of Trout at Topgolf.
Yeah, I mean, that ball, that speed was crazy.
Yeah.
So it could very well be Mike. I don't really know. But yeah, I would love to set that up. It wouldn't be me, as we've already covered, but I would like to watch it.
Trout would be up there. You could bring in, I mean, he retired a few years ago. Aaron Hicks.
Yeah, he doesn't count. Hicks doesn't count.
I mean, and he's good now, and I hate to say that.
He's really good.
He is good.
Gagne.
Yeah.
Hits it hard.
I've seen Trout hit it. I mean, Trout can, poof, buddy.
That's where you go when you're in Jersey. You got his own place now.
Yeah, that's
Maybe
right.
a good place to check out.
Yeah, definitely need to do that.
We were on, have you played Silverleaf here before?
I haven't.
So we're on the 10th hole one day, and he's like, what do I do off this tee? And I was like, well, it's probably just like a 3-iron for you up there because it's like 300 run out.
Yeah.
And it's uphill as well. And we get up there, he's like, why didn't I just hit driver over this? I go, well, I've never played with anyone where that's actually.
I didn't know that was an option.
It's probably adjusted like 350 up the hill. I was like,
I didn't realize that was an option.
Never really thought about that. Sorry, dude.
Good point.
Yeah.
That's good. All right, my last one. I need to know who built the pyramids.
See, I hate this question because here's the thing that you media types do is
you media types.
Yeah.
I take that as a compliment. We're big journalists.
Please, the media types.
Journalists. What happens is I make an offhanded comment like one time trying to be funny about something, and then I just become this conspiracy guy and all the. But look, man,
You're
I
in
don't
the same
know.
place for conspiracies, by the way.
For sure, I believe
you want
that.
to talk them.
For sure. Look, man, I don't know. There seemed. I don't know who built them. It's crazy though. You want to talk about it? Like it's nuts the type of thing or the type of technology it would take to theoretically build those things.
It's the wildest shit of
Those
all
rocks are
time. And if people
huge.
say, "Oh, you're a loony," because like, all right, then you
They're
tell
gigantic.
me. You
The
tell me
rocks
how they
are
did
huge.
them.
Yeah.
They weigh like modern
Moving
day
them
stuff,
thousands of miles. Yeah, so I don't know.
and they fit perfectly.
Yeah. Well, it's just a little too good to be true. if
I'm
you
not
ask me. I don't
ruling it
know.
out, by the way.
Yeah.
It's not. Let's not rule it out.
For sure.
You media
Yeah.
types.
That's the first time I've heard that. I like that.
I have to ask one last one because you are from Memphis. My producer, my boss over at CBS is a Memphis guy. Favorite barbecue spot?
I'm a Rendezvous. I love Rendezvous. And
come
that's
on,
like it's the tourist answer, like it's the most popular one, but like I love the ribs at Rendezvous.
As he'll tell you, like, I mean, you got to be good to survive, and there's several that have survived a very long time.
Tops is great, Central's great, Rendezvous is great, and Germantown Commissary is really good, but I'm a Rendezvous guy.
They always have Rendezvous on the range, either Tuesday or
Ooh,
Wednesday.
nice. Sausage and cheese plates out there.
God,
Yeah.
When
it's real good to eat before you get out
It's a perfect. Wearing
It might not
white
be the
pants.
best setting to eat it, but it's always good.
Well, Rook, man, thank you so much for coming in. This has been a
guys.
blast. Best of luck this season.
Thank you, appreciate it. Happy to be here.
All right, that was Brent Rooker joining us on Subpar, also known as the second worst player his freshman year at Mississippi State.
Yeah. Fuck you think now? What you want to do? Let's do a re-ranking now here a few years later. We'll do total money earned, hits, RBIs, home runs, whatever you want, whatever metric you want.
Yeah, but that was cool, man. He loves his golf. I love the Scottie Scheffler, Shohei Ohtani comparison. I also love that he's 1 for 2 against Shohei with a home run. You should never face him again.
I'd be injured anytime Shohei.
I'm out.
Dude, I got the elbow thing a little.
So how was your career against Shohei? Well, I hit a home run half the time.
Yeah. I don't see what the big deal is about the guy. I really wanted to get in just that haunted hotel I find very fascinating that they all seem to stay there and they all have these crazy stories about it. I'd heard it for a while. He gave us a few, and then I think he thought I was trying to like set him up. You know how us media types are.
Media people.
You know what I mean? But I did want to hear the pyramids theme. I could, by the way, if you want to come back and just talk about that for an hour, I'm ready. Anytime.
Let's get Brent Rooker, Jeremy Roenick, and DA in here and do some conspiracy
We will
theory.
figure it all out. JFK was the aliens.
And McCord.
He also built the pyramids. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's good.
That was fun.
What a
And
stud,
also,
though.
thank you. I can't wait to try his recommendation in Birmingham, Michigan, which is where we're staying for the Rocket this year. Toast.
The man knows his breakfast joints.
I like that.
So take that and put it in your pipe.
I love it. All right. Well, that's going to do it for us. Enjoy the Arnold Palmer Invitational. And one of us will probably be very happy after the member, possibly a three-peat. You never
knows?
know. We'll talk to you next week on Subpar.